In the mood for turkey, but you don't want to make a full-size turkey? How about doing a bone-in turkey breast? Let me show you how. Now, the first thing we need to do is make a rub. Now, this rub is kind of a little bit of a Cajun-inspired rub. Let me show you what I got. What you're going to need is 5 tablespoons of paprika, 3 teaspoons of kosher salt, 4 teaspoons of granulated garlic, 4 teaspoons of coarse ground pepper, 2 tablespoons of minced onion, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of oregano leaves, 1 teaspoon of thyme leaf, and I have all that right here in the bowl. And we're also going to add 2 packed tablespoons of dark brown sugar. And 2. And we'll just get in here and get this all mixed up. A little windy out here today, so I'm trying to protect this from the wind. And when you're done, it's going to look like that. So what I got here is a 6.5 pound bone-in turkey breast. This has got both breasts on here. Obviously the legs, the wings are all removed. This has got a little bit of rib meat here off to the side. So basically it came just like this. And what I did is I flipped it over. I chopped out the rest of that backbone, got that out of there. Then I come in here and just scored that breastplate, my knife, and basically I spatchcocked it is all I've done to this thing. So we're going to get in here and see about any excessive skin that we need to get rid of. Might be a little bit here. We might chop out of there. But we're not going to do a whole lot to this thing. So let's see what we're working with. So I'm going to come in here. It's got a little excessive skin like right here, so probably going to get a little bit of that off. See how sharp my knife is here, or isn't. I'm not going to fuss over this too much. And I'll shrink. Let's flip this guy over. Not doing much underneath. So what I'm going to do is just come in here. This thing's wet enough. I'm not going to use a binder. Look at that rub. Man, that looks nice. We'll kind of pat it down in there. Got the stick. Let's get her flipped back over. We can get this skin back, get some seasoning under there on that breast meat. That would be awesome. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in here and get my finger in there above the meat, but just below that skin. I'm going to get my thumb in there. Once you get in there, then you can kind of get your finger in there and just kind of work it. And we'll do the same thing on this side here. Now, you obviously don't have to do this, but I want to get some flavor in there. And that's good enough. Just like that. Now let's grab some of our rub. And what I'll probably end up doing is just shaking some of this down here into my hand. And then just kind of dropping her down in there and getting her all over in there. Just like that. And then we'll get that in there. Yep. And add that flavor in there. All right. All right, let's finish getting this rub on here. This is going to be a nice, chunky, coarse rub. Look at that. Man, it smells good. Oh, yeah. Got a little left over, but I made plenty because I wanted to make sure I had some good rub on this thing. It's all about bringing the flavor today. So what I got here is just a couple racks. I'm going to put that on my cookie sheet here. Slide this guy over. And I'm just going to grab this guy. And we're going to pull him off and set him right on there. Just like that. This guy's just going to sit here and sweat it out. We're going to work on that drum and get it up to temp. We're keeping it simple today. I got some cowboy oak and hickory blend mixed with a little Kingsford. And then we're adding in a few chunks of pecan. Got about 2.5 cups of warm water that I'm going to add to this. It is time, my friends. This thing's been hanging out for about 45 minutes, and I've been working on that drum. It's time to get it on there. Here we go. And here we go. Get that on there. So what are we smoking at today? 275, give or take, right around in there is our range today. I set my timer for 1 hour and 15 minutes. At that point, we're going to get in there and get our first look at that thing. I'll see you then. Just hit that 1 hour and 15 minute mark. We're going to get the lid off, get in there, and get our first look at this bone-in turkey breast. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Look at that thing. Okay, still a little soft on that skin. Getting a little dry right there. Not bad. So what I'm going to do is just come in here. I want to rotate. Look at that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with this thermometer. I'm going to come in right on this side over here. So I want to get about halfway in. Right about right in there. Just got in there and got our first look at that turkey. Got it rotated and got our thermometer in there. We are at 100 degrees internal on that turkey. So what I'm going to do is set my timer for another hour and 15 minutes. Then we'll get our second look at that. I'm already starting to smell it, so this one should be really good for us. See you in another hour and 15 minutes. All right, 2.5 hour mark right now on our temps. Remember, our target temp on the smoker was 275. Right now we are 269. We're right there. I'm happy with that. The turkey, 137 internal. So we are getting there. And man, I'm telling you what, I can start to smell it, smelling really good. But yeah, 137 as of right now, 137 and 270 on the smoker. Yeah, let's get the lid off and get a look at this thing, and probably going to rotate. Here we go. Oh, wow, look at that thing. So I'm gonna rotate this around. Wow, that's starting to look good. And a little bit more right there. Put that thermometer back in there. Wow. Oh yeah. Look at that skin. That is looking nice. Oh yeah. I could put butter on here if I wanted to add a little bit of savoriness. But I tell you what, I'm liking the way that skin's feeling. I'm going to keep it just like that. All right, we don't need the timer anymore. We're just going to be kind of relying on the internal temp. So right now we are 138 internal. Just going to keep an eye on this thing. Once it hits 160, it's coming off. Just hit 160 on that internal on that turkey. Man, it smells good. It's been about 4 hours and about 10 minutes. Let's get the lid off. This thing's coming off. Here we go. Oh, wow. Let's take this out. Don't need that anymore. Or this. Look at this thing, man. Woo-wee. This thing, the skin is nice and tight. I didn't want to cover it because I didn't want to loosen up that skin. Let's come in here and look at that. Listen to that. Let's come in here and get us a bite of this. Oh. Ooh-wee, look at that. Oh, man. Ooh-wee. Look. Oh, wow, is that hot. Look at that. Look how tender that is. Mmm. Mmm. That kind of Cajun-inspired rub. Oh, yeah. You're going to like this one, my friends. Mmm. Oh, yeah. Nothing but moist breast meat. Remember, you can do this too. So I see you again the next time on Heat of the Drum. Oh.